Hello everybody, I'm WANE 15 Chief Meteorologist Nicholas Ferreri with this video on how to program your Midland NOAA Weather Radio. Just like every home has a smoke detector and should have a carbon monoxide detector, every home should have a weather radio too. Now, in this world of high technology with cell phones, getting alerts from there and getting alerts from our WANE weather app, you may say, why do I need a weather radio? Well, it's really important that you have a second layer of severe weather protection in case one of those other ways of getting weather alerts fails. And the weather radio does just that. Plus, should severe weather strike in the middle of the night, the weather radio sounds an alarm that will wake you up and allow you to get to safety. So let's jump right in and program the radio. Okay, so on your radio, you'll do a lot using the menu, select button, and the arrow keys. So you press the menu button, it says set time. You then press select, and then set it to the time of day. As I record this, the time is 3:32. I move the arrows left and right, up and down to adjust the numbers. And if I make a mistake, I just go back till I get the numbers correct. When I have them correct, I press select. Then I go with the down arrow to the next option. Set alarm. You can use your weather radio as an alarm clock. It's not a popular feature, but if you want to do that, you can click select. We'll skip that here in this video. Set language. We'll make sure it's set to English because that's what we wish to select. Now we'll set the location. Now you can select any location, so any county that is within the weather radio signal range you'll get an alert for. But most people like to receive the alerts just for their county or counties where their family members live that are nearby. So for this video, I'll show you how to do that. Use the down arrow once, go down to multiple, then click select. Let's say I'd like to use my weather radio to sound alerts for Allen County, including the city of Fort Wayne, and Whitley County, so I hear about what's happening in Columbia City. I can have a combination of up to 25 different counties. Now, sometimes people like to take their weather radios on vacation or to a lake home that may be in another state, and you can use your weather radio to do just that. However, if you do that, make sure that as you travel to other spots, you change the weather radio frequency so you're getting the signal clearly. We'll talk more about setting the station a little later on in the video. Here again, back to locations. You have 25 slots that are available where you can set county. The slots are located on the left-hand side of the screen. You see right now, it says 01. Already in my radio, it's programmed for Grant County, but let me just show you how to do that if we're doing things from scratch. Because remember, I talked about setting for Allen and Whitley. USA, that's what I want. Then I find Indiana. This will take a number of button clicks, but everything is in alphabetical order, which makes setting the counties easy. Once I get Indiana, I click select. Once you're there, the counties are all alphabetical. Scroll down till you find Allen. Then click select. Okay, that's already in. Now a new slot pops up on your screen. You can see the 02 noted on the left-hand side. Right now it's empty, no county selected. But let's press select. Nearby, this will automatically select nearby counties to choose from so you don't have to scroll through that big long list. We'll click select. Okay, now we'll look for Whitley. Again, all alphabetical, but we can go backwards. So since W is at the end of the alphabet, let's click up. Whitley, Indiana. There we go. Select. Now, this weather radio is set for those two counties. We'll go back to menu and keep programming. Alert type. Okay, with this setting, you can select how this weather radio will alert you. We at the Live Doppler 15 Fury Weather Center like to use voice alert. What happens with voice alert is that when the weather radio sounds for a weather alert, you'll hear a tone, a very loud tone that will wake you up if you need it. And then after about 8 seconds or so, the weather radio will start to talk to you, delivering you that weather warning information. After you've heard it, all you have to do is come to your weather radio and press the big weather snooze button. That'll turn the alert off for now, and then when the next weather alert comes along, you'll hear it. So I'll click select. Voice is the first option. The other options are display. This will just show it to you on the display, won't make a noise. tone will sound the siren. You'll have to walk over to the weather radio to press the button to then hear the alert. Out of all those options, you can see why we like the voice alert better. I'll select it. Now we'll keep programming. Alert test. This will help make sure that your weather radio is set to sound the alarm. Yep, it is. If you did not hear the weather radio sound that siren when you did the test, go right to the button on the right side of your weather radio. It should be switched to on. If it's not switched to on, switch it to on and do the test again. This is something very important to know about your weather radios, because so many times when people have problems with the radios and they bring them to me to check them out, this button has been switched to off. If you do this, your weather radio will just sit there. It will never sound a weather alert. That's why it should always be left on. Let's keep programming. Now we're up to the set channel feature. This one will allow you to select the proper frequency for the weather radio transmitter that's nearby your location.
Dry weather will persist for
Here in Fort Wayne, that's channel 7.
Here is the hazardous weather outlook for northern Indiana.
We can hear the weather radio signal coming through clearly. That's what you want. If you don't hear that weather radio signal coming through clearly, just go up and down through those channels, there are 7 of them, until you get a good reception. If you're still having trouble, there are online resources available where you can find the nearest transmitter and the associated station in your area, or perhaps if you're traveling and need to know what the station is in that location. That pretty much wraps up your basic Midland NOAA Weather Radio programming. As you scroll through the menu though, you'll find some other options, like your backlight, button beeps, how to set your radio to sound for different events. Don't worry so much about those. Those are more advanced features. However, if you would like to learn more about those features, just go to the handy weather radio guide that comes with your Midland NOAA Weather Radio in the box. It'll explain all of those features to you. Something very important for you to know about your Midland NOAA Weather Radio is that it always needs to be plugged into an outlet. The plug comes in the box with the radio. While yes, there are batteries, the batteries are just for backup power when the power goes out, so it can still be giving you weather alerts. Keep that weather radio plugged in at a good spot in your home where you can hear it sound the alarm no matter where you are. Press the weather snooze button.
Highs around 90.
If the signal's coming in clearly, you've put the weather radio in a good spot. If it's not coming in clearly, like any radio, just adjust the antenna. Extend it if you need to, move it around, find a good spot. The weather radio needs to be receiving a clear signal for you to get alerts. So with all those steps complete and you getting that clear weather radio signal, you can put the weather radio right down in that location and it will be listening for weather alerts and it will keep you safe. Now, don't forget, other sources of getting severe weather information include tuning in to WANE 15 when severe weather strikes, going to WANE.com, and also using our free WANE Weather app. Thanks for watching and enjoy using your Midland NOAA Weather Radio.